Finally! I'm finally doing this video. And that's a perfect landing too. Hey guys, it's Shine here and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be looking through my Inktober Sketchbook. It's handy guy right here. And all done with it. This one I actually did complete. And let's get right to it. These are actually from my character design video if you want to watch that. This little sketch of my OC. Here we have the rules of Inktober. Make a drawing in ink, post it, hashtag it with Inktober and Inktober 2019, and then repeat for 30 more days. So as you can see, I've got my Inktober here, and all of the dots means that I got those 2 days on time. Anything connected by 2 dots or 3 dots means that I kind of did them all at the same time. And anything that's in red means that I was way overdue. So yeah, this is my Inktober. And this one, you'll see at the end. Day 1, Ring. Decided to draw the girl from The Ring, that she was working in retail. And I thought that was a cool concept to start out with. I saw a lot of people doing the whole ring concept. I decided to just switch things up. Day 2, Mindless. I do Dracula, but he's kind of holding his head upside down. And then it says, any fun in there, Drac? Except like, haha. No. Yeah. Day 3 and 4, Bait and Freeze. So I was thinking of those computer viruses that just suddenly pop up saying, you are 1 millionth customer, or you are to win $1,000. And he kind of bring it to his mom, and he's just like, it froze. And that's the shadow of his mom. Trying to implement using perspective, and alright. Day 5, Build. Now this one I thought was more of like a motivational thing. Why fit the mold when you can be gold? So like he's not really the most fit person because he's his mold is his expected mold is like really big and muscular. But I thought that was a cool concept. Day 6, Husky. I drew a little Eskimo and I named him Domino. He's supposed to be holding one of the Eskimo knives I looked up a reference for, but it looked more of like an arrow. There's the shadow there. All of these things look super cute and I didn't like it. Day 7, Enchantment. She was kind of confused by what exactly her glove does. It actually gave birth to, well not gave birth, but made alive to her bottles. They're just like floating around there, but she doesn't know that they're floating behind her. Day 8, Frail. I was going for a emotional aspect, as we're frail in the heart, and we're sensitive to what we see and say, things like that. So I kind of drew an engravement of his heart. I like how I added depth, a little bit of depth into it. Day 9, Swing. So I think this was the area where I decided to just, I'm not really much of a scary person, so I'm just gonna start drawing cartoony stuff. So then I drew a skeleton, but he's wearing a tuxedo, and he's singing Am I Blue? So I remember a Batman scene where Batman was singing something like Am I Blue? And I couldn't remember the words, so that's what I thought of. Day 10 was Pattern. For this one, I had an idea in mind where I would just take the method in which I used to draw people and just break it down. So I just draw the head. After that, I draw the line. Then I draw the bodywork, which is a circle and then the leg. And then I draw the connector, the joints. And I just put clothes over it. Day 11 is snow. Basically, I made a little ice golem mecha thing. I think it looks more like a robot than a golem, but I did my best. Day 12, Draggin. This is where I started to really get into Inktober. Because before I was just like, he's alright. So, I built... Oh wait. So this is a dragon. I put a kid in one of those dragon suits that you can buy on anywhere. Day 13, Ash. I think this was probably one of the scarier concepts I had. It's just like this guy's kind of leaning right there. He's being swept away. I don't know why I gave him a hat. Day 14, Overgrown. This is actually an OC of mine that I made. He's back here. Where are you, Vinnie? There you are. Okay, so this is Vinnie. And this is him plus powers, like superhuman power, super mega powers, I guess. And this is Vinnie plus powers equals Grovine. And it's a Venus flytrap on his shoulder. It's kind of like a bit of a shoulder guard, I guess. And those are just like plant petals and things. Day 15, Legend. Legend has it, this Kyle is still skating to this day around this stadium. Day 16, Wild. I thought the idea of someone going crazy, kind of just like in a concept. I had the idea, the body structure in mind. One of my friends told me it looks like Shrek, but balder and with less ears. I think that's what they said. Or it kind of looks like Shrek. Day 17, Ornament. So I drew an ornament, and this is where I started implementing some of that perspective I talked about earlier with the cityscapes and things like that. Okay. Day 18, Misfits. So I drew this really earlier on, like really earlier. I didn't even realize I had this. So I kind of drew, I stapled it, I pasted it into my sketchbook and made it like a wanted poster. Day 19, Swing. I gave him a big arm because I don't know, I was just thinking of a big arm, like you could swing something, like it's kind of just like looking at his freakishly huge arm, like he could throw this baseball around the earth and back. Day 20, Tread. More of that cartoony aspect. It's gonna take that gecko lizard thing, robbing a bank and whatnot. Day 21, Treasure. At first I just threw a treasure chest. I drew a treasure chest, I outlined it. I wasn't really sure what to do at that point. So then I just started kind of like circling around to see what I could do with it. Then I got an idea. I couldn't really draw a person, but I could draw a ghost chest with like fog coming out of all the circles. Day 21, Ghost. This is probably one of the, I think, the cuter things I've drawn. Cause like I really like the jawline I made with with the head. It's like, it's not really clean, but it's a smoothing. I don't know how to describe it. I just really like the way that came out. Day 23, Ancient. This one I had a lot of fun with. So I took the idea of art and I put a caveman, put it to Egypt in the Egyptian style. Then I tried to go more towards the earliest to Renaissance. And then I went to detailed and modern today. So like caveman is all stick figures, Egypt, everything's like really flat. The Renaissance or like the early medieval, we're kind of getting there. And then here we are today. These guys looking at, I've really come far, how haven't I? Day 24, Dizzy. I drew this thing in black ink first, and I wasn't sure where to take it from there. Then I was gonna go for more of like a 3D effect, like when you have the 3D glasses. They make you feel like dizzy. $25, Tasty. I thought of the idea of not necessarily like overeating, but just like, how do I put it? It's like when you grab more than you can chew. Yeah, like that. And then just end of the top is just like eat. 26 and 27, Dark and Cloak. So I made a girl. I don't even know what it is. I was just thinking of a creature, honestly. I made it have a cloak, and I made it carry a mini umbrella to kind of cloak it from the darkness, but I realized that umbrella probably won't fit over her head. And day 28 through 31. This one is Ride, Injured, Catch, and Ripe. So, here we are at the end of the road. So I made a perspective kind of drawing. Here's the image that I use as a reference. If you can see the difference right there. The pumpkin, I made the sun. I made the sun, but the pumpkin is in the middle of the sun. The horse is kind of undead. It's just kind of like, it had your like chunks of it just floating as it goes. And then there's this tiny skeleton man. Actually, it's not really a skeleton man, it's more of the headless horseman, but with a head. He's like, dang it, I miss Halloween again. And this is the end of my Inktober.